instant sports. It's kind of what you have to anticipate, right? Yeah, I thought she handled it fine. That's kind of how sports works. You go into a former home of yours, and typically, if they don't, you don't leave on your terms, the fans aren't going to be happy. And yeah, that's what they did tonight. Yeah, I didn't see that. I would guess so. I mean, AT's a competitive player, just like their players talk to their fans. Our players are going to do the same.
Handled it well. I mean, I don't understand, like she a legend and just all the things that she's done for the league. Um, and just the disrespect, I can't get down with it. They booed her. She didn't say a word to the crowd. Um, People talk some trash to her, but we had her back. But it's just very distasteful for what their fan base is doing. As far as when it comes to DB, because it's just like she's just the sweetest soul. And the situation didn't work for her, and that's just not what she wanted or whatever. But it's just we don't need all of that. It's just unnecessary. That's
Did you talk to her during the game? I guess just try and pick her spirits up, or is that something you guys really?
no, we weren't really worried. We just was just like whatever. Like I mean, some people said some things, but it just was like whatever. Like we did it all night, so it was like just not something that we wanted to give our energy to. But she handled it well. Yeah.
But guys, shout out to our city, shout out to our state. Ari McDonald, career high. She looked sensational. Sophie Cunningham, the whole month of July, been putting BTA on every damn team. I just gotta be honest. Kelsey Mitchell got into foul trouble, but overall she played good. Aaliyah Boston, fourth consecutive double-double. And before we talk about KK, because I know that's what y'all gonna do. Well, KK didn't play. Dantress didn't see the light of day against the Chicago Sky. Came in off the bench, got 12 points in 10 minutes. She looked at sensational. Somebody said all the Fever Hate channels going to bed early. You know they going to bed early tonight, dog. It is over with. They don't want to say nothing. Sophie Cunningham already told them what was going to happen. Sophie stated, we're figuring out a way to play with Caitlin Clark and without Caitlin Clark. And I got to believe her. She's right. They have definitely figured out a systematic way to play with Caitlin Clark or without Caitlin Clark, and I'm forward. I am definitely for it. What a game, man. I believe the press conference is already out. Stephanie White has already broken her silence about all of this. We probably finna check that out right now. Check out what Stephanie White had to say moments ago. The game just wrapped up. Guys, I'm in a hell of a mood tonight because I didn't know about tonight. I didn't know how the overall team was going to look, but overall, wonderful game. Let's check out what Stephanie White had to say. Stephanie White coached her ass off today. She coached today. I give her that. The referees was complete horrible, as usual. Aaliyah Boston couldn't get a call to save her life. Shout out to Tony East, man.
Steph 107, is a big number. We've asked you a lot about offensive fluidity and the growth of that end of the floor, but what is just continuing to happen for you guys that this is now your bread and butter? You're winning with scoring every night.
Yeah, I think our movement with and without the basketball, we're playing baseline to baseline, really, and we're attacking, we're finding the right reads, making the right plays, and letting the ball find the right shot. There were, I don't know, probably single-digit number of times where the ball stuck or we didn't move it.
Right.
A lot of those early in the first, and then a couple in the fourth. But for the most part, the ball was really moving and popping, and we were taking care of it after that first quarter a lot better too, and that's important.
Chloe Bibby and Ari both not on the team to start the year, both in double figures today. What have you felt like you guys have done so well as a team to integrate players quickly and be able to have productive nights from them whenever you need it?
I mean, I don't know if it's so much us as it is them, and their ability to study the playbook and to really absorb it quickly. We try to limit what we run early when they're on the floor, when they're early in offense. But Ari's a point guard. She's got a point guard mentality. She came in knowing more than half of our offensive sets.
Bro, Ari McDonald, bro, ever since she came here, she's been balling, dog. I mean, she maybe only had like 2 bad games, if that, since she been here. And for what we seen her do tonight, because I know the last game, let me pull up last game before this one. I believe she played really bad last game. If I'm not mistaken, in that Chicago Sky game, I believe Ari McDonald was just horrible. Let's see here. Let me pull this up real quick. No, she wasn't horrible. She had 10 points. She had 4 assists and 2 rebounds in that Chicago Sky game. But just what we seen out of her tonight was just next level, bro. It was just next level, bro. I just got to be honest. Let's finish listening.
And with Bibby, I mean, she's a stretch 4 and she's a shooter, and we haven't had that. And so when all else fails, just pick and pop. If something happens, just pick and pop. And she's a high IQ player. She understands, how to play, how to make plays. She's shot ready every time, and that's important. And it's also important that our passes are on time, on target to someone who's shot ready all the time. And I think we've been doing a better job with that.
To that point, a little bit more about Ari. I mean, how important has she been for you guys, especially with Caitlin having a couple of
Ooh, now that was a good question there.
Huge. Ari gives us another player who can get downhill.
Real quick, I just hate to keep pausing it, but guys, ever since Ari came, I stated this early on. I stated they needed to get somebody in that could go get their own buckets like Caitlin. See, before Ari got there, Sydney Colson was playing bad. Which why we haven't seen a whole lot of Sydney Colson. See, Sydney Colson, she's a good facilitator on the floor. You know what I'm saying? She's moving the ball and stuff, but she really can't go out there and get her own buckets. Kelsey Mitchell, go out there and get her own buckets. Aaliyah Boston, get her own buckets. But with a point guard, you want to see them get their own buckets. Now, Sophie Cunningham's responsibility is a little different. But Ari McDonald filling in for this place of Caitlin Clark, she has been sensational because she can go get her own buckets. I said that from jump. That is what we've been seeing her do, is go get her own buckets. And that's why I believe the Indiana Fever is a very, very dangerous team going into the playoffs, bro. I'm telling you, teams do not want to see them going into the playoffs because of Ari McDonald.
Her speed.